Today's date is February 25th, 2026. We're here at the residence of Tom Shin. It is 56 degrees. What we're here to do is to perform a repairability attempt. Let's make a genuine attempt at repairing the wind damage shingles on this roof using a roof snake and documenting a lifetime to see if this roof is in repairable condition. We're going to be documenting any damages that occur using a roof snake. Now these glasses on my face, they only record in 3-minute increments. So at any minute that I am coming up on an end, if you see a pause, I'll have to stop it and continue. But as you can see, there's a wind damage shingle here. We're going to make sure that all of these are up and good to be repaired. And first thing we're going to do is we'll stop the video now and move on with removing nails and go. Alrighty, so first thing, we're going to discount this one also because it's wind damage, but I'm going to lift, as you can see, never above a 45-degree angle, just laying this roof snack flat enough to identify where my nail is, come up from underneath and pry it out. Along. Again, it's important that you refer back to the beginning of this video to see how these shingles looked at the beginning before removing any nails or doing any types of repairs. That one's already starting to crease. You can see only these two are damaged at the moment. These, while this roof has seen better days, there's granulose. You can see a majority of these shingles. Right now they're not damaged, but we'll see what happens to the course of the repair. Continue to pry this nail out. What I want to show is when lifting up on these shingles, those granules become displaced and causing a stress fracture. Just this minimal lifting right here, that's what determines and makes a lot of these 3-tab roofs that are over 8 years not in repairable condition. Again, on surface face it looks okay, but you start tapping it and what you can see is those granules were displaced on the stress areas of where it's lifted. All right, we'll keep moving on along to this top row. Come up underneath. Again, starting to see those granules pour out. The more that I touch this shingle and it's lifted, the worse that it's going to get. Light brushing just to show those granules are displaced. All right, we're tearing into the shingle there. You see that? The roof snake has torn this shingle, trying to remove that nail. Again, functional damage. Get that. I wouldn't want that on my roof. Giant hole in there. That's going to cause a problem. As heat is drawn to this roof, it's going to cause it to raise right here and eventually cause a blister right here. Look at that. And again, lifting the shingle, you can see where the stress points are at with that roof snake causing a stress line right up here. Moving on along. Again, these nails are driven in well. You can see here where the stress points are being put on these 3-tab shingles when you lift it is what's causing that crease right there. It doesn't have to be lifted super high. Alrighty, let's do a quick little review. I'm gonna go ahead and at this point determine, based on what I'm seeing here, this roof is not in a repairable condition. You can see I can tap over here on these ones that haven't been lifted and there's no damage, okay? However, these that had to be lifted to remove nails all took damage in some way or another. So let's go ahead and number them, just have an accurate count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in another place up underneath here, we actually tore into that shingle. So now, even if this wasn't creased, this shingle technically would need to be repaired, that 3-tab. So based on what we're seeing here, I'm going to make my expert recommendation and determination based on what you've seen documented here. This roof has failed its repairability, meaning this slope as well as the others cannot be repaired. And so unfortunately, when that happens, the only step forward would be a full roof replacement, a brand new system. I don't see any damage on that slope over there. Problem is, you can see this front slope runs underneath that. So when it comes to lifting those shingles over there to replace this front slope, we know it's not repairable. So as always, we appreciate you guys taking time to review this, and we look forward to hearing back.